The reputation of an automaker takes decades to build, but it can be dismantled in an instant by a single microscopic manufacturing defect. For generations, the Honda Motor Company has been the undisputed king of automotive reliability. Vehicles bearing the H badge were known to easily surpass the mythical million-mile mark with little more than routine maintenance. But today, under the leadership of CEO Toshihiro Maebe, that ironclad reputation is facing an unprecedented and existential threat. We are looking at a potential $14 billion catastrophe. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has launched a massive, sweeping investigation into 1.4 million Honda and Acura vehicles equipped with the legendary 3.5-liter V6 engine. We are talking about some of the most popular family haulers and daily drivers on American roads, including the Honda Pilot, the Honda Odyssey, the Honda Ridgeline, the Acura MDX, and the Acura TLX. The issue at hand is not a faulty sensor or a glitchy infotainment screen. It is a catastrophic, total engine failure. The engines are eating themselves alive from the inside out, seizing at highway speeds, leaving families stranded, and in some terrifying cases, sparking under-hood fires. To understand the gravity of this situation, we have to look specifically at the J35Y6 engine, the beating heart of vehicles like the 2019 silver Honda Pilot. For years, the J Series V6 was celebrated as an engineering masterpiece. Introduced in the late 1990s, it evolved over decades, balancing smooth power delivery with bulletproof reliability. The J35Y6 variant, featuring VTC on the intake valves, was supposed to be the pinnacle of this lineage. But deep inside the engine block, hiding in the darkness of the crankcase, a fatal flaw was waiting to reveal itself. The story begins in November of 2023, when Honda shocked the automotive world by issuing Safety Recall 23V751. The recall covered nearly 250,000 vehicles. Honda admitted to the federal government that a manufacturing defect in the engine crankshaft was causing the connecting rod bearings to wear prematurely. To truly grasp what this means, we need to dive into the exact mechanics of a combustion engine. Inside the 3.5-liter V6, you have 6 pistons pumping furiously up and down inside their cylinders. These pistons are attached to connecting rods, and these connecting rods are attached to the crankshaft. The crankshaft is the massive, heavy piece of rotating steel that converts the up and down motion of the pistons into the rotational force that eventually turns your wheels. The specific point where the connecting rod attaches to the crankshaft is called the crank pin, or the rod journal. Now, because the engine is spinning at thousands of revolutions per minute, there cannot be direct metal-on-metal contact between the connecting rod and the crank pin. If there were, the friction would melt the steel in seconds. To prevent this, engineers use a connecting rod bearing. This bearing is a precisely machined, semicircular shell of softer metal. But the bearing itself is not what stops the friction. The real magic is hydrodynamic lubrication. The engine oil pump forces pressurized oil through tiny microscopic holes in the crankshaft. This oil creates a wedge, a liquid barrier just a few thousandths of an inch thick, separating the connecting rod bearing from the crank pin. When everything is perfect, the bearing essentially surfs on a high-pressure wave of motor oil, never actually touching the steel of the crankshaft. But in the case of the J35Y6 engines recalled in 2023, everything was not perfect. According to Honda-owned engineering reports filed with the NHTSA, the equipment used to manufacture the crankshafts was improperly set. When the crank pins were ground down at the factory, they were not machined perfectly flat. Instead, they were left with a crown, a convex shape that bulged slightly in the center. This microscopic error destroyed the precise oil clearance required for hydrodynamic lubrication. The oil could not form a uniform barrier. The high spots on the convex crank pin punched right through the protective oil film, resulting in direct, violent metal-on-metal contact. The results were devastating. The immense friction would rapidly overheat the connecting rod bearing, causing the softer bearing material to smear and disintegrate. This process releases a blizzard of highly abrasive metal shavings directly into the engine oil supply. This glitter of death circulates through the engine, destroying the oil pump, scoring the cylinder walls, and clogging the VTC spool valve. As the bearing wears away, the gap between the connecting rod and the crankshaft widens. Every time the spark plug fires and the piston is slammed downward, the connecting rod violently hammers against the crankshaft. This creates a distinct, rhythmic, metallic banging sound known in the automotive world as rod knock. It is the sound of an engine death rattle. Eventually, the heat and friction become so extreme that the bearing completely seizes, welding itself to the crankshaft. The connecting rod, suddenly stopped dead while the rest of the engine is still spinning, snaps in half. The broken rod flails wildly, punching a massive hole straight through the side of the aluminum engine block. Oil dumps onto the scorching hot exhaust manifold, and instantly ignites, causing a massive underhood fire. This is not a theoretical scenario. This exact chain of events led to the 2023 recall. Honda told regulators that they had tracked the defective crankshafts to specific production runs. They promised to inspect and, if necessary, completely replace the engines of the affected vehicles. The company assured the public and federal regulators that the issue was contained. They had updated their manufacturing equipment in 2020. The crisis, they claimed, was over. But they were wrong. Dead wrong. The nightmare was only just beginning. Fast forward to August of 2025. The NHTSA Office of Defects Investigation suddenly announced that they were opening a massive new probe. This was designated as Preliminary Evaluation P25008. Regulators had been quietly auditing the situation, and what they found was deeply alarming. They had received 414 new complaints from owners of Honda and Acura vehicles experiencing the exact same catastrophic connecting rod bearing failures. But there was a massive twist. None of these newly failing vehicles were included in the 2023 recall. They were built with engines that Honda had sworn were perfectly manufactured and completely safe. The federal agency expanded its scope. They were no longer looking at 250,000 cars. They were now investigating a staggering 1.4 million vehicles on American roads. The models targeted by this massive dragnet include the 2016 through 2020 Honda Pilot, the 2018 through 2020 Honda Odyssey, the 2017 through 2019 Honda Ridgeline, the 2016 through 2020 Acura MDX, and the 2018 through 2020 Acura TLX. Let us take a moment to look at a typical victim of this expanding crisis. Imagine a 2019 silver Honda Pilot. A reliable family SUV, purchased for its safety and its legendary V6 engine. The owner has changed the oil religiously, bringing it to the dealership for every scheduled service. They are driving down the interstate at 70 miles per hour with their family in the car. Suddenly, without warning, the check engine light flashes. The engine loses power. A horrific metallic clanking echoes through the cabin. The driver tries to pull over, but the engine completely seizes. The steering goes heavy. The brake pedal becomes stiff. The car comes to a terrifying halt on the shoulder, smoke pouring from the hood. This is the reality for hundreds of drivers across the country. In the documents filed by the NHTSA, the government noted that they were aware of 7 reports of crashes or fires related to this exact failure in the expanded vehicle population. But the most terrifying detail hidden in the federal paperwork is the root cause. When the NHTSA investigated these new failures, they found something that sends a chill down the spine of every automotive engineer. The documents explicitly state that evidence gathered does not suggest this failure is caused by the same crankshaft manufacturing defect that was addressed in the original recall. I need to repeat that, because it is the crux of this entire mystery. The 1.4 million engines currently under investigation are suffering from connecting rod bearing failures. but the government does not believe it is because of the improperly ground, convex crank pins. So, if the manufacturing equipment was fixed in 2020, and the crank pins in these 1.4 million vehicles are perfectly flat, why are the bearings still disintegrating? This is the multi-billion-dollar question that is currently keeping Honda executives awake at night. If it is not a manufacturing defect, then we are looking at something far more insidious. We are looking at a fundamental design flaw, or a systemic failure in the engine lubrication logic. Automotive forensic engineers and independent mechanics have been analyzing these engines, cutting open oil filters to look for the telltale metal flakes, and measuring oil clearances with micrometers. Several theories are beginning to emerge. One theory suggests that the extremely thin zero-weight 20-motor oil specified by Honda for fuel economy purposes is simply too thin to protect the bearings under heavy load. The J35Y6 engine features variable cylinder management, a system that shuts down 3 of the 6 cylinders while cruising to save gas. This system causes rapid fluctuations in internal engine temperatures and oil pressures. When the engine is operating on 3 cylinders, the harmonic vibrations are significantly different. Active engine mounts are used to mask the vibration from the driver, but inside the crankcase, the rotating assembly is subjected to unique stresses. Could the constant switching between 3 and 6 cylinders, combined with ultra-thin oil, be slowly hammering the rod bearings to death? Another theory points to the maintenance minder system. Honda relies on an algorithm to tell the driver when to change the oil, rather than a strict mileage interval. Some independent mechanics argue that allowing the oil to stay in the engine for 7,000 to 10,000 miles is causing the oil to shear and lose its protective viscosity, leading to bearing starvation. Whatever the root cause, the financial implications for Honda are truly staggering. To fix a spun rod bearing, you cannot simply swap out a small part. The entire engine block is contaminated with metal debris. The only approved fix is to rip the entire engine out of the vehicle and replace it with a brand new short block. A short block includes the engine block, the crankshaft, the connecting rods, and the pistons. The labor alone takes days. A master technician has to disconnect the transmission, remove the front subframe, drop the engine out of the bottom of the car, and transfer the cylinder heads, the intake manifold, the fuel injectors, and hundreds of sensors onto the new block. The cost for this repair at a dealership easily exceeds $8,000 to $10,000 per vehicle. If the NHTSA forces Honda to recall all 1.4 million vehicles, and even a fraction of them require short block replacements, the total bill could eclipse the $5 billion mark. It would be one of the most expensive automotive recalls in history. To add insult to injury for current owners, Honda actually knows how to build a better engine. For newer models, Honda quietly phased out the J35Y6 and introduced a completely redesigned engine, the J35Y8. The J35Y8 abandons the single overhead cam design and drops the VTC system entirely in favor of dual overhead camshafts and continuous variable timing control. The introduction of this new engine proves that Honda recognized the limitations and potential liabilities of the older architecture. But that offers absolutely zero comfort to the millions of families currently stuck with the older design. When you purchase a vehicle like a 2019 silver Honda Pilot, you are not buying an experimental sports car. You are buying an appliance. You are buying a promise. A promise that you can load your children into the third row, hook up a trailer to the back, and drive across the country without a second thought. Honda sold millions of these vehicles based on that exact promise. Families paid premium prices, often stretching their budgets, because they believed the Honda badge was an insurance policy against catastrophic mechanical failure. To have that trust shattered by an engine that destroys its own bearings is a profound betrayal of the consumer. It is vital to look at the sheer scale of the warranty claims. During the initial 2023 recall, Honda admitted to 1,450 warranty claims directly tied to the crankshaft defect. That number alone was enough to trigger a federal recall. But in the recent probe, the NHTSA discovered that Honda had received a staggering 598 reports of connecting rod bearing failures from manufacturers, plus another 414 direct consumer complaints filed with the government. That means the number of blown engines has more than doubled since the first recall. This is a rapidly accelerating crisis. The failure curve is not flattening out, it is spiking as these vehicles age and rack up higher mileage. We are witnessing a slow-motion avalanche of engine failures across the North American continent. And the used car market is starting to react. As word of this investigation spreads through internet forums, Reddit threads, and automotive news outlets, the resale value of these specific Honda and Acura models is taking a hit. Potential buyers are terrified of inheriting a $10,000 repair bill, leaving current owners trapped. They cannot sell the car without taking a massive depreciation hit, and they cannot drive it without the paralyzing fear of a sudden engine seizure. By early 2026, the legal floodgates opened. Class action lawsuits, such as Case 2:2026 CV00295 filed in California, began hitting the dockets. Plaintiffs are alleging that the original 2023 recall was nothing more than a band-aid. A calculated move to limit financial exposure, while millions of dangerously defective vehicles remained on the road. The lawsuits claim that Honda knew the problem was far more widespread, and that they intentionally narrowed the scope of the recall to protect their bottom line. The timing of this crisis could not possibly be worse for Honda and its CEO, Toshihiro Maebe. Under his leadership, Honda has committed to a massive, multi-billion-dollar pivot toward electric vehicles. They are pouring capital into new battery plants. They are trying to reinvent the entire company for a zero-emission future. But that transition relies entirely on the profits generated by their current lineup of gasoline-powered SUVs and trucks. If that cash cow suddenly requires a $10 billion surgery, the financial strain could derail Honda's entire global strategy. Wall Street is watching closely. Every new NHTSA filing sends ripples through the automotive sector. Stock analysts are factoring in the massive liability of 1.4 million ticking time bombs. If you currently own a 2016 to 2020 Pilot, an Odyssey, a Ridgeline, an MDX, or a TLX, you are trapped in a terrifying state of limbo. Your vehicle is under federal investigation, but until the NHTSA forces a recall, Honda is under no obligation to replace your engine proactively. You are driving a vehicle that could theoretically seize at any moment. So, what can you do? Automotive experts strongly advise owners of these specific V6 engines to become hyper-vigilant. Do not rely on the dashboard maintenance minder. Cut your oil change intervals in half. Change your oil every 4,000 to 5,000 miles. Demand that your mechanic visually inspects the used oil filter. They make a special tool, an oil filter cutter, that works like a can opener. By cutting open the filter housing and examining the pleated paper element, a mechanic can look for the shiny, metallic flakes that indicate a bearing is beginning to shred itself. Catching the glitter early might save you from a catastrophic highway failure. Furthermore, listen to your engine. Turn off the radio, roll down the windows, and listen for any knocking, tapping, or metallic slapping sounds when you start the car cold in the morning. If you hear anything suspicious, document it immediately. Take it to a dealer, file a report, and establish a paper trail. As the federal investigation drags on, the automotive world is holding its breath. Will the NHTSA drop the hammer and force the largest engine replacement program in Japanese automotive history? Will Honda step up, admit the massive scale of the failure, and make their loyal customers whole? Or will millions of drivers be left playing a terrifying game of Russian roulette every time they merge onto the highway? The secret truth of the Honda 3.5-liter V6 is slowly coming into the light. And for a company built on a foundation of unshakable reliability, the truth has never looked more devastating.